sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to downtown Cleveland and the newly named Huntington Bank Field, the home of the Browns. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns.
Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
Mike Tirico next to the great tight end, Greg Olsen. Glad you are joining us for this one. Off we go from Cleveland. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Come on, set! 60 Bison, 60 Bison! Go, Chap! Ready?
From down, here's Dylan Sampson. And he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and taken down right away. A loss of yards. What a message on the first play.
And 12.
You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
On the double.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12.
Not 70 Ranger. Go.
Out of the gun, it's Sanders. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple, and it sets up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Ready.
In danger of an opening 3 and out, they face 3rd and 10.
7 Pirates. Shut up. 70 Lions. Lions. Hut.
From the gun, it's Sanders. He'll air it out down the middle. And that is incomplete. But a penalty flag is down. Let's see who they got. So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready. Viking 18. Check go.
The RPO, that one is complete. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41. 20-yard pickup there. First down, Cleveland.
1st and 10 at the 41.
Oftentimes in the NFL, Mike, blitzing a good quarterback can kind of be feast or famine, because what you do is you actually speed up their process of identifying the open target. So in this case, it's an underneath safety outlet. But the reason he went there so fast is because he was triggered to that target from the blitz.
And he'll get forward for a couple. Nate Wiggins up to make the tackle.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you
Ready,
get.
set.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go now. Warrior 7. Panther 60. Ready.
From the gun, it's Shador. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. falls incomplete. Misconnect trying to get it to Quinshawn Judkins out of the backfield.
Brings up third down.
Third down
and
coming up.
8 yards to go.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls
18,
incomplete,
Rattler, 18,
it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan
60, 18,
as the game unfolds.
Let him go, let him go, let him go, let him go. Ready.
On third down, Sanders. A quick throw, that's complete on the slant. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down? So the Browns going to bring out their kicker and try a field goal. This a 48-yard attempt. That one is good. And the Browns are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good positive result.
This will be returned from the 6. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry.
The ball carrier.
And he'll be stacked up
Taken
at
down
the
right
line of
at the
scrimmage.
line of scrimmage. No
You
gain
want
on
to
the
see
play.
linebackers
Brings
play
up second
downhill,
and
Mike,
10.
meaning there's not a lot
At
of
the
side-to-side
22-yard
pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
They'll send Flowers in motion. Play action now. Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews.
Jackson's pass.
Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
And it's third
So he makes his
down.
first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
Third and 6.
180. Get out. 180.
Watkins motioning over.
Sit out.
On third down, Jackson. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game? They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
Ready. Cougar 19.
Drive starts with a run by Judkins. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
A loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive,
Oh,
Mike,
my
and
God.
they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go.
Back.
You never want to lose yards on
79.
first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Hey, smash Bronco. Go.
On second down, Sampson. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. shut it down right away
The
for a
tackle
loss
made
of
back
yardage.
at the 25-yard line.
Well, they've got him going backwards now, Mike, and this is a worrying trend. We've seen it now the last two plays. They have to be able to generate some leverage at the
Buffalo
point of attack.
18.
Count on positive yardage in the run
70
game.
Timberwolves. Ready, ready?
Now Sanders on 3rd and long. Thrown left side. The catch is made. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down.
It's
So it's
fourth
going to bring
down.
up 4th down. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football.
Forward.
On 1st down, they'll start the drive with Henry. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Myles Garrett able to bring him down.
At the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 7. Lamar going to work from the pistol. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews.
Complete
And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up
Brings up
3rd
3rd
down.
and 5.
Really nice job there defensively, playing the integrity of that zone defense so well. Anytime an offense is running these crossing routes or these underneath drag routes, they're trying to cause confusion with the underneath zone defenders. In this case, they all stuck to their reads. They all played their responsibilities, and they're not able to pick up any additional yards after the catch.
And he is out of bounds at the 45. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. This one complete to Bateman. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Browns' 47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and a couple. Out of the gun. Here's a give to Henry. And that'll give him the 1st down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Back to throw. Jackson. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
Incomplete.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. That's into the hands of his receiver, Watkins. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
And it brings up
All All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
DC ready?
Now a 3rd and 2.
180. To what? 180. What a shot. Sit up.
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. It's a gain of 29, and it's 1st and goal.
First and goal, Baltimore.
Really nice job there, Mike. All they're trying to do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
Ball sitting at the 7. 1st and goal.
Alpha, Alpha, sit on. 180. 180. 180.
To the air one more time with Jackson. Now and he will get into the end zone. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Ravens.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
This taken at the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
23-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10.
Panthers, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Ready, ready?
To throw is Sanders. Quick hitting slant there. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
That's good for a Browns.
It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
Down. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Go.
From the shotgun, it's Sanders. He'll get that out wide to Sampson. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 38-yard line.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8.
Ready. Ready.
Give, it's Sampson. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
70 Timberwolf. Dragon, 60.
From the gun on 3rd down, Sanders. Throwing right, it's taken in. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up 4th down. Here's their punter now. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds.
At their own 25-yard line.
Hold on, ready? 180. Sit on.
Watkins motioning over.
180. Ready, shot. Sit on.
Jackson now to throw on first down. That's caught. Derrick Henry. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
It's a gain of
18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a first down.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
Hey, Alpha, sit hot. Sit hot. 180. Sit hot.
A first down throw for Jackson. He takes off, and he'll get about 4 yards before wisely covering up.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
Here's a 2nd and 6.
180. Sit hot. Sit hot.
Now it's Jackson. This throw right is taken in by Flower. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
And the Baltimore
So after 1, it's the Ravens out front. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. Raven football, quarter number 2 begins as they've got it with 1st and 10.
Onward. Ready, shot. Sit hot. 180. Sit hot.
On the ground, this is Justice Hill. He takes a really good lick in the backfield. They were all over him defensively for that run.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
Here's a 2nd and 12.
Sit hot. 180. Sit hot. 180. Sit hot.
Now, Jackson. A throw behind his man. Can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
3rd and long.
Hey, Ozzie. Sit hot. 180. Sit hot. 180. Ready, sit hot. 180. Ready, shot. 13. Sit hot.
Jackson. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
And this is going to pin him back. It's out of bounds inside the 10.
At their own 7-yard line.
Here we go. Shot. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Hot.
The RPO. That one is complete. And he'll be driven out of bounds, and that's a pickup of 8.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield. So that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long.
Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out. And the Ravens have come up with the football.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, The more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
180. Sit up.
A give right up the middle to Henry. Just refusing to go down. He winds up with a gain of 7.
Had ourselves a bit of a one-man wrecking crew out there for a minute, huh, Mike? I mean, dishing out punishment to every defender in his way. I'll tell you, the next guy who comes in one-on-one, he's going to have that run in the back of his mind.
He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
Alpha, sit hot. 180. Sit hot. Sit hot.
Gonna go right back to Henry. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
Sit hot. Middle. 180.
Jackson on 3rd and 2. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. He gets there for the sack, setting up 4th down.
On for the field goal. A 30-yard attempt.
No issues there. This one is good. And the Ravens go out to a 10-3 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Shut up. Buffalo 18. 70 Timberwolves. Go.
On 1st down, it's Sanders. To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
1st and 10.
Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a 1st down.
Here we go. Cowboy 80. Ready.
Now Shador on 1st down. And they'll get enough 4 here as he is taken down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
And he might have waited just a bit too long there as he throws it incomplete. Looking to set up the screen, but the defense wouldn't give him the time.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Here now, 3rd and 5.
Ready. 18 Cardinal.
Again, it's Sanders. And that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
This is going to get out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
Home one, ready? Set up! Ready! Set up!
Bateman is the motion man.
Set up!
They'll start out on the ground with Henry. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Ready! Set up!
Bateman is the motion man.
Ready? Set up!
Second down, Jackson. And this one is caught, but the momentum, that'll take him out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Could not get himself turned upfield.
This is one of those times, Mike, where you're actually better off just throwing the ball away. And yes, it's nice to get that reception, but it really just results in a wasted down.
Third and long.
Hey, middle! Ready, shot! Ready! Shot!
Jackson looking to throw. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. And now it's fourth down. This will be returned from the other side of midfield. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there.
Alert! Alert! Come on! 60 by 6. Unlock line! Unlock line! Let's go!
He'll start on the ground with Sampson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Let's go! 19 Tiger! 19 Tiger! Hut!
That is caught out wide on the RPO. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Down! Cougar 19! 70 Ranger! 70 Ranger! Warrior 70! Go!
From the gun, it's Shador. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he'll take this one in. Dylan Sampson. Touchdown, Cleveland. That is second TD catch of the season. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
At their own 21-yard line.
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10.
180! Finish it on! Get on!
Lamar, going to work from the pistol. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10. 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 2nd and
Intended
Dropping
for
a
Mark
catchable
Andrews.
ball is one of the
Incomplete.
worst feelings. It feels like the
Makes it
entire
2nd and
stadium
10
is
at the
laughing at you.
21-yard
And
line.
all I know is firsthand, you just want to get another opportunity to put that one behind you.
DC ready.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
180.
Watkins motioning
What?
over.
180.
Jackson now on 2nd down. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
It is 3rd and 10.
180. Sit hot. 180. Finish it up. Finish it up.
From the gun, Jackson. He finds his receiver. That's Bateman. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
That's good.
That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Finish it hot.
On the give, here's Henry. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Myles Garrett.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
Lost
Hey,
one
hey,
on
report.
the last play,
Hey,
so now
officer,
it's
hot.
2nd and 11.
Sit hot. 180. Finish it up. Sit hot.
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
He was covered
And when
by
you look down the
Denzel
field, Mike,
Ward.
there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity. But with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long.
180. Sit hot. 180. Finish it hot. Middle. Sit hot.
Back to throw, Jackson. Open man is Bateman. He's got him.
Jackson's
And he's going to be taken down
complete
short
to
of the
number
marker.
7, Rashad
And that is
Bateman.
going to set up an
A
interesting
9-yard
4th
gain
down
on the
decision.
play. It's now
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Trying for the old school coffin corner. That's pretty
At their
close,
own
out of
5-yard
bounds. They're going to
line.
mark it at the 5-yard line. Well done.
Trap 60. Trap 60. Step. Ready. 60 Eagle. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Ready.
They'll throw on 1st down with Sanders. And They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5.
Here we go, shot. Panther 60, Panther 60. 19 tight, 19 tight. 19 Lion. Get up.
Out of the gun, it's Sanders. A big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field, and that's in an area where usually this play gets erased. That'll march them back half the distance, and they'll go from there.
Ready? 70 Lions. Go.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the first down. A pickup of 8.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
Inside run with Sampson. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
Taken down back at the
Some
18-yard
defensive
line.
ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13.
Let's go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Hut, hut.
From the shotgun, it's Sanders. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him, and
He
will
was
bring up
covered by
3rd
Jair
down.
Alexander.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league. And when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
Mustang 19. Ready, ready?
Now Sanders on 3rd and long. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here's the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Uh-oh. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
Go. 180. Cannot. 180.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. This one complete to Bateman. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 49-yard line.
Get out. 180. 180. What is it? Sit up.
Here's Jackson. He's going to tuck it and go. Jackson so nimble. He's got the first down and wisely gives himself up at the end.
10 yards.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
2 minutes to play here in what's been an even first half. We'll have more from Cleveland after this.
Owen ready?
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Middle. Sit hot. 180. Sit hot. 180. Sit hot.
Now it's Jackson. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sit hot. Sit hot.
In motion comes Andrews.
Sit hot.
Jackson now. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
180. Sit hot. Sit hot.
On 3rd down, Jackson. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
Quarterback's trying to give his big tight end a chance to go up and use that large catch radius. Unable to connect. Little letdown here for the tight end community, Mike.
A 56-yard attempt.
And he pushed it. No good. That is wide to the right. And the score remains level.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Tag. Panther 60.
He'll get this out to the left flat. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Number 85. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Ready. Get up.
From the gun, it's Sanders. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And this will go down as a punt inside the 20 as it continues out of bounds.
At their own 17-yard line.
Want to quit, ready? Ready, shot! Ready, shot! Shot!
Jackson out of the pistol. There's a short one caught by Andrews.
Complete to Mark Andrews. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 19-yard line.
Want to quit?
2nd down and 8.
Hey, middle. Sit hot. Sit hot. 180. Sit hot.
Now Now Jackson. His throw left side is complete. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down.
That's good for a Baltimore.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball
gain of
first
13 yards.
after the halftime
First
break because
down,
they want to be able to
Baltimore.
control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeouts. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted.
Intercepted.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
On the ready. Set up. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Panther 11, Panther 11. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready, ready.
Now Shador on first down. Quickly to the outside and complete.
Sanders pass.
And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8
Out
yards.
of bounds at the 41-yard
Certainly
line.
not the biggest play of the
It's a gain
day,
of
but
8.
a good
Brings up
example of
second
picking
and
up
2.
positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's 2nd and 2.
Let's go. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Go.
To throw is Sanders. This is intercepted. Picked off by Ardarius Washington. And the Ravens will take over here just past the 30.
So they're implementing a cover 2 system, and what that means is on the back end, Mike, your 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. They got to cover from the middle of the field all the way to the sideline, so they got to have range, they got to have great instincts, and then when they get a chance to get their hands on the ball, they got to be picks.
Watkins motioning over. Play action now. Jackson. This throw right is taken in by Flowers. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. Now return coming from the 7th. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
What is it on? 180! What is it? What is it on?
Jackson now to throw on first down. This one complete to Watkins. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up to 1st and 10. This is Henry. And he's going to get upended right at the line of scrimmage. And he's picked up and thrown down.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
DC, ready?
Second
DC,
and
DC.
11.
Yo. Ready? Sit up.
And the pistol. Jackson ready. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Grady Jarrett in there to bring him down. And that's his first sack of the year.
Sacks are drive killers. And again, sacks in my mind are more of a quarterback stat than they are an offensive line stat. You have to have a clock in your head to understand where the weakness of the protection is, where I got to go with the ball if I'm hot, and at the end of the day, just get the ball out of your hand.
Work to do following the sack. It is third and long.
Sit up. 180. Sit up.
Jackson looking to throw. That's complete to Watkins. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. What a letdown for the defense. They allow a conversion on third and 16.
23 yards. And the Raven first down.
First and 10.
Sit up. Sit up. 180. Sit up.
They'll run here with Hill. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Carson Schlesinger there on the stop.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7 at the 46-yard line.
From the 46-yard line, a second down and 6.
Sit up. Sit up.
They'll run. It's Henry. And a spirited run there, somehow managing to gain a couple of yards.
43-yard line.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Third and 5.
Report. Alpha, sit up. 180. Sit up. 180. Sit up.
From the gun, Jackson. And he's got it to Flowers for the connection. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that third down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
From the 35, it's first and 10.
Ready, shot. Sit up. 180.
They'll work straight ahead with Henry. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. First down, Baltimore.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
On one, ready? Hey, Alpha, sit up. Sit up.
On first down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
The size, the speed, and the strength of this defensive tackle was on full display, Mike. He defeats the block, strikes the ball carrier at their line of scrimmage. He's able to bring him down, keep it to no gain.
On one, ready?
Second and 10.
180. Sit up. 180. Sit up.
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. That into the hands of Watkins. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
2-yard gain on the play. And it's
No, we changed it. 180. Shot. 180. What a shot. Middle. Shot.
Now, Jackson. This is caught at the 2. And he's in. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Baltimore. It's his second touchdown of the year.
That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started.
Browns 10. Mitch Wishnowsky set
Both
to kick
teams
off.
ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line.
On the set.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll run with Judkins to begin the drive. And he'll work his way past the 40. He's tackled after a gain of 4.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go. Get up.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Here we go. Shot. 70 Lions. 70 Ranger. Ready.
Out of the gun, it's Sanders. Open man, right side. He's got it. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a 1st down.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
1st and 10.
Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another 1st down.
Hawks. Come on. Set. Bronco 80. Panther 11. Go.
Throwing again is Sanders. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's going to be taken down. Give him 27, and it's 1st and goal.
1st and goal at
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
60 Eagle. Ready.
Sanders going to throw again. He's got it at the 3.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Ball at the 3, 2nd down and goal.
Here we go. 19 Tiger. Beat. Hut.
To throw again is Sanders. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Browns. And that is touchdown number 1 in the National Football League career taken high in the draft, hoping for moments like that.
When you get drafted in the first round, Mike, let alone as a wide receiver, the expectation in the NFL today is that you need to come in and be an immediate impact player. Plays like this continue to build that relationship with the quarterback, and I think this guy's got a real bright future.
This taken in at the 8-yard line. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over.
24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Ready, shot. Set hot.
Pistol formation with Jackson. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
180. 180. Ready, shot.
Back to throw. Jackson. Reaching for it. The tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly it is 3rd and 10. Now it's Jackson. This one down the field, but it lined up incomplete. Rashad Bateman, the intended target. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
In punt formation.
Ravens sending the punt team out there, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football.
Ready. 60 Bison, 70 Lions.
Switch.
Ready.
On 1st down, it's Sanders. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Brings up
Timing
2nd
and
10.
trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion
Panther 60.
and a wasted down.
Mustang 19.
On 2nd down, Sanders. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Incomplete.
And this is where the timing
Marlon
of these
Humphrey on
passing
the
game, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front.
A gain of 16 yards. It's a Browns 1st down.
It's a gain of
3rd downs, Mike,
yards.
those are quarterback downs.
good
Those
for
are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Check go.
On the handoff, this is Sampson. Not a whole lot there as he'll work it down to the 46. Jair Alexander up from the secondary to make the stop.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Here we go. Cougar 19. Ready.
The RPO. That one is complete. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3.
Buffalo 18. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Trap 60. Trap 60. Get up.
From the gun, it's Sanders. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield
Come on.
and remain so
tight.
efficient,
Bronco
both
80.
run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
7 Pirates. Let's go now. Cowboy 80.
Again, it's Sanders. A short one that is caught by Fannin. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 11-yard line.
On the set.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
Set. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Here's Judkins. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Taken down back at
Looked
the
like that might have been an
15-yard line.
RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
On the ready.
Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive.
Here we go.
Now
Set.
can they
Come
do it for a
19.
third
Hawk
time?
70. Hawk 70. Panther 11. Panther 11. 19 Lion. Ready, ready.
From the gun, it's Shador. He tried to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. Picked off by Ardarius Washington.
And in these tight games, especially in the second half, Mike, these are the big moments that somebody needs to step up and make a play, and that's exactly what he's able to do here. Great read, great reaction. Steps in front of that ball and ends up going the other way.
Out of his end zone, Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up 2nd
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 7.
Sit hot, hot. Sit hot. 180. Report, report. Sit hot.
Back near his goal line. Jackson. That's into the hands of his receiver, Watkins. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 97 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. On is Luke to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Ravens will go up by 7.
Score, Ravens 24, Browns 17. Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Ready, ready. 19, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Check out.
And Shador on first down. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up
It's
second down.
and 10.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact.
Got it. Ready?
Really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and
60 Bison.
hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
Ready?
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Ready? Go.
We're trying to run here with Sampson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage.
Right at
And that's
line
it.
of scrimmage.
The
No gain
Browns
on the
getting their
play.
punting team out there.
It's 4th down.
They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. And he'll be brought down. Short return.
The Ravens
And they'll take
first
over
and
there.
10 at their own 28-yard line.
Sit hot, hot. Sit hot.
On first down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
Michael Hall brought him down. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6.
Middle. Sit hot. 180. Sit hot. 180. Sit hot.
From the gun, Jackson. He'll swing this out wide to Henry. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
Brings up 3rd and
I think this
8.
play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Wanna quit?
This crowd into it now as we get to third down.
Sit hot, hot. 180. What a shot. Sit hot.
In the shotgun, here's Jackson. He's got him tight end. That's Andrews. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock, but the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the fourth quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that third down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
They'll run it on first down with Henry. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down.
At the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll go again here with Henry. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
A gain of 4 yards.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
180! 180! What a shot!
On the ground, they'll go with Hill. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Get out! 180! And it's hot! Shot!
They'll try to throw here with Jackson. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes
Ozzie,
3rd down.
It's hot! 180! It's hot! Set up!
To throw is Jackson. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down. So on is Tyler Loop in a big spot. This to make it a 2-possession lead. That is just short off the crossbar. Hit it as well as he could, but it's no good. And they will not be able to make this a 2-possession game.
Ready up! Here we go, shot! Ready!
That is caught outline on the RPO. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
They don't waste any time capitalizing on their opponent's mistake, so they miss the field goal, you take the ball back. There's a lot of energy on the sideline. That's a big win for your defense. So what do you got to do? You got to go out there as an offense and get off to a fast start, and it's exactly what they're able to do on that first down play.
Set! Hawk 70, Hawk 70, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Second 60. Ready?
Throwing now, Sanders. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Simpson.
Trenton Simpson in there to drop him as he records his 5th sack of the year.
Through the first half, it was clear. This pass protection, this offensive line unit, they were clearly up for the challenge. The pass rush was non-existent, but here in the second half, you can sense a little bit more urgency. You can see them start playing with a little more speed and intensity, and it pays off there with their first sack of the day.
70, 19 tight, 19 tight.
From the shotgun, it's Sanders. Fired quickly, it is complete on the slant. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Panther 11, Panther 70 Lions. Ready, right?
Out of the gun, it's Sanders. He'll get that to Bijan Judkins. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker.
It's 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. Well, every bit helps as they draw just a little bit closer.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
On run play, this is Hill. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick 1st down.
4th quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10.
180. 180.
Here's Hill. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
The ball carrier. He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37.
Hands up. 180.
They'll stick with him again. And he's going to have the 1st down, mark him at the 45, and move the chains. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Raven. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Couple of 1st downs has them out to the 45-yard line as it's 1st and 10. They'll run with the man from Marshall, Rashid Ali. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A gain there of 11. Good for a Raven 1st down.
Baltimore
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
So they come to the line for first down and 10.
180. Tonight.
Another try with Ali. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of a yard.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Ready tonight. Tonight. 180. Tonight.
Now, Jackson. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
5-yard pickup on the play. And it's third down.
Third down, they need 5.
Tonight. Why not?
On the ground, it's Ali. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming.
A gain of 3. It's fourth down.
So on is Tyler Loop in a big spot. This to stretch the lead to a touchdown. This one has plenty of leg. And it is good. A big 3 points as they extend their fourth quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
Let's go. 79. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Go.
On first and 10, it's Sanders. He'll drop this to Sampson underneath. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards.
That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you?
Ready?
That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
At the 49-yard
Anytime
line.
you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression
Come on,
all the
come
way
on.
through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Okay, ready?
2nd and 6 coming up.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates, 70 Lions, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
They'll drop to throw. Good work there defensively. Knocked it away, and that pass falls incomplete.
Incomplete.
So now after that last incompletion, this brings up a critical third down. But remember, Mike, they don't have to get it all here in one play. They've got third and fourth down. There's no punt. There's no kick. They've got to treat this like it's their final possession of the game, and they've got 2 downs to extend this drive.
Now, a big third down.
18, Pioneer. 70, Timberwolf. 19, Lion. Check out.
Sanders going to throw again. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it.
It's a gain of
And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
First and 10. at
He's
the
in a really nice
38-yard
rhythm
line.
here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready.
To throw again is Sanders, who outs another catch for his favorite target. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
First and 10.
12
at the
yards
26-yard
on that
line.
hookup. First down, Cleveland.
Here we go, here we go. Cougar 19, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready, ready?
Throwing again is Sanders. That one just too far out
Sanders
in
pass.
front, and it's
Intended for
incomplete.
number 13.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks.
It
These are
leads
the
to
possessions
second
as a
and 10.
quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this
Ready?
moment in the game, your
Rock
quarterback
on,
needs to be on point. And after that
County
first down
Lions.
incompletion, it just
Buffalo
makes things
18.
that much harder.
Rattler.
Again, it's Sanders. There's Pat Man again. Another catch. His 8th reception of the game. And good for a first
and
down.
10 at the 15-yard line.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. That's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It
Ready,
gives them now a
ready.
fresh set of downs
Go.
and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
That's to the end zone, but they cannot connect. It's incomplete.
That's
It's now
one he'd
second and
love to
10.
have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Tag. 60 Bobcat. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Hut, hut.
Now Sanders to throw on second down. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose.
Brings up third
And it's
down
going to force
and 10.
third down.
Great job there defensively separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical
come on.
moments.
Set. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Ready.
On third down, Sanders. That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is fourth down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on fourth down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the
Tiger,
game.
19 Tiger. Panther 11. Panther 11. Hut, go.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? Interesting call for the defense. Pressure or sit back on fourth
Get it.
and 5.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Hut.
They'll try to throw for it with Sanders. That's taken in.
Gain of
And he will have the first down. So they roll the dice on fourth down in the red zone. And it pays off with first and goal.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point. And now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within 1, and a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute. And not just any touchdown, but Greg, that is the first touchdown reception of his NFL career.
And Mike, doesn't it just seem like over the last couple years, these class of rookie receivers, they make such an immediate impact, and maybe at some other positions, there's some growing pains and maybe a little bit of slower development, but there's something about this wide receiver position. They're young, they're talented, and they've made their presence felt.
That ties the game at 27.
So, not much time remaining to get something started. All tied here, late fourth as the kickoff comes. A return now from the 4. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here's first down.
Yo. 180. Sit up. 180. Sit up.
Now it's Jackson. Now, deep ball for Bateman. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow. So that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Alpha, sit on. 180.
They'll run. And a nice run there as he surges forward. A gain of 8 and sets up third down. And the clock will stop. Timeout called with 5 seconds remaining.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
Oh, already.
The dog pound, as usual, doing their part.
No, we changed
This is third down.
180. Sit on. 180. We changed it. Sit on.
And the pistol, Jackson ready. That's going to be incomplete, so no help there. And we're likely down to a final snap.
So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up fourth down.
DC ready?
It's only a yard, but a big yard. 4th and 1.
180.
Putting one of their tight ends in motion left.
180.
Try to get him to jump. Did not work. Good job by the defense to stay disciplined. It's a delay again.
On one, ready?
Here we go. This is 4th down.
Hey, Alf, sit down.
They'll stick to the ground. And he's going to be taken down, and that will do it. 4 quarters, no winner. Let's keep going. We're off to overtime. So, overtime coming up. Quick reminder of the rules. Each team guaranteed 1 possession. Any defensive score ends the game. Each team gets a couple of timeouts. All the replays come from upstairs. If this first OT ends in a tie, so does the game.
Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
4 quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Let's go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready.
On first down, it's Sanders. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Seems like there was some miscommunication that time. They clearly weren't on the same page. That's something that they've got to get on the sideline and get corrected as soon as possible.
Ready.
Because I think they just missed out on what could have been a big play.
Set. Cougar 19. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Trap 60, trap 60. Ready, ready?
On second down here, Sanders will be taken in by Sampson. They'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
Check. Dragon. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Check go.
Sanders on third down. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. 10 catches now in the game. They've gone his way early and often. That one for a first down.
At the 41-yard
Really
line.
nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the
Here
ball
we go,
out of his
Jack.
hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Raven
On the ready.
from the 48-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3.
Down.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to Judkins. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
The best linebackers
gain on the
at
play.
this level, Mike,
It's
they
third
have all
down
the
and
physical
4.
attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
70 Lions. Cowboy 80.
Shake it high. Kill, 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 kill.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. And that is incomplete.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line.
DC, DC, ready? DC, DC. Hey, hey, 180. Sit hot, 180. Ready, sit hot.
Now a first throw here in overtime. This one complete to Bateman. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30.
It's a gain of
Catch
16
number
yards.
7 so far in this
That's
one.
good for
And a first down.
Baltimore first down.
These crossing concepts are frequently
gain of
used, Mike,
16
throughout the
yards.
entire game,
And the
all across the
Ravens
league.
first
And what it
down.
does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
Hey, hey, ready, sit hot. Sit hot. 180. Ready, sit hot. Sit hot.
Jackson now to throw on first down. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
Brings up second
Nice
and
example
10.
there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Quick, ready?
They'll try again. It's second and 10.
180. 180. Sit hot. 180. Ready, sit hot. Sit hot.
From the gun, Jackson. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's third down.
Ready, sit hot. Sit hot, hot. 180. Hey, Ozzy, Ozzy. Sit hot. Sit hot.
To the air one more time with Jackson. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
32 yards.
A huge play there in overtime.
First down.
32 yards.
First and 10 at the 36-yard
Everyone talks about all the
line.
physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
First and 10 now from the 36.
180. Sit.
Here's a handoff to Ali. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
In order for you to be able to operate out of this 4-3 style defense, Mike, the key is your defensive tackles, their ability to penetrate, their ability to be game wreckers. That's exactly what we saw here, his ability to get back there, make the stop at the line of scrimmage, keep it to no gain.
Second and 10.
Hey, Alpha, sit hot. Ready, sit hot.
On the handoff, it's Henry. And he's able to find a crease. Get ahead for 7. He'll bring up third down.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
Third down, 3 to go.
Sit hot, hot. Sit hot.
They'll let the fullback try to push the pot. Call it a gain of 13. First down, Baltimore.
You know, Mike, in some ways, I liken fullbacks to kind of the modern-day tight end. They're the ones that are willing to do a little of the dirty work on most plays. So every once in a while, it is so good to see them rewarded and have a chance to be the guy who delivers and converts on third down.
Right back to the fullback. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Second down and 8.
Alpha, Alpha, sit hot! 180! 180! Sit hot!
They'll try to run with their fullback. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
At the 16-yard line.
When you give the ball to the fullback, it just hits a lot faster, so it puts a lot of pressure on the defense to trust their reads and react. It's exactly what we saw here. They're able to take him down in the backfield for a loss.
Tyler Loop
So on is Tyler Loop in a big spot. This one to win it in overtime. This kick is good.
Makes the score.
He got it. So it is a win here for the visitors, the Ravens. This was a close-fought game. They were able to get themselves into field goal range here at OT. The final kick sailed through the uprights to finally close out this victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.